So
Okay.
checking out and removing ourselves from relationships, right? Which our society, Western affluent society, is built around now.
Right.
Pulling away from relationships. And I'm actually really encouraged actually by your generation and my kids' generation. So especially my daughter's generation. So kind of end of yours and Z and so on. They're starting to see that and starting to pull out of that to get into authentic relationship again. But yeah, pulling myself out of those authentic relationships, which then it's not many steps to the next basket, which is putting myself into inauthentic relationships.
Sure.
Which I would propose is the core notion around pornography use. Because I can get an image of a relationship that I desire without any commitment and without any requirement of me.
Interesting.
Immediately, right? It's going to require a lot of me over the long term.
Yep.
Right? Because it's an addiction of sorts. But it doesn't require anything of me when I'm getting the exact thing that I'm hoping for from a relationship.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's not too long before we can filter into lots of different ways of disconnection and isolation.
Interesting.
And then ultimately we're not living up to that ideal.
Right.
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 Whether it's I'm going to say stoicism a lot because we were just talking about the art of manliness, right? And he's like big into stoicism.
Yes,
and there's a lot of parallels, right? So I mean, the stoic thing is like you live in indifference, right? And you pick up the things that you can, you change the things you can, you leave the things that you can't. It's really kind of a healthy philosophy. I mean, in Christian faith and tradition, right? You let go, you release control.
Yep.
And let God work in the things that you have control over, which is changing yourself.
Right.
So many parallels. So now if I'm removed from relationship, I have nobody speaking into my life. I have other options to distract myself.
Yep.
Now I'm hosed. I'm completely hosed because there's nothing moving me into self-reflection,
right,
into discipline, into a place where I can confess. Right?
Interesting.
I mean, we think of confession is kind of like this sometimes, especially as Protestants, right? I think Catholics have this right. That confession as a sacrament being built into their whole process is a powerful thing.
I think so too.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we just don't have that.
No.
And if we do, without relation, like in healthy relationships, we can.
Yeah.
But we generally don't, and then we just move into shame and hiding.
Yeah.
So then you talk about the weaponization of it, and there's a whole, I mean, I know this is a topic that you guys have talked about a lot, and there's all sorts of ways to talk about the role of masculinity in our Western culture.
Yeah.
And not a lot of it is healthy.
When this silent, you'll be alone, far from friends in life. You'll spend your evenings getting stoned to numb the ache inside.